Hi everyone, this really isn't what I was going to talk about today, but I just got a request that I started working on right away, and I'm going to go ahead and do a quick video on what I found on that. But after that I want to get into some other comments here and some other things that I wanted to talk about. But I'm going to go ahead and share what I found over here first, because I just did this just a few minutes ago. Just got a request by Arthur Prudent, and he asked me if I could check on the word Soros, and he's showing me how it comes up in the Bible codes right here. And the first thing I noticed about this is that it's coming up with 321 matches, and that immediately made me think of March 21st. That would be the day of the spring equinox. It usually falls on the 21st. That's also the date that was believed to be by some people the abomination of desolation, that it occurred around March 21st, 22nd in 2013. And it's also the number just before the March 22nd, which would be the number 322, which is the number of skull and bones. So that was the very first thing that I thought about when I saw that number. And so the next thing that I searched on with the word Soros is I tried putting in the words mark and beast, and you can see that coming up right here. There's 7 matches. You see the word mark coming up here in the pink. You see the word Soros coming up here in the light red, and then you see the word beast coming up at an angle, and this is coming up in Samuel 9. And then the next thing that I tried to do after that is I tried putting in right hand, and then you can see that right here. You see the word Soros come up here in the light red. Beast is sharing with the S in Soros, and then you see the word mark right next to it, and it's saying mark me right here. And then you have beast, and then you have the word right in the light blue coming up right against the word Soros, and you have the word hand, and this is coming up in Job 20, and this is right where it's talking about, it says right here, this is the portion of a wicked man from God, and you see the word wicked man right here. You see wicked man from God. This is the portion of a wicked man from God, is what it's saying. And you see wicked man right here. It's going through the word right. And then you have Soros right under that. And then you see the word wicked again right here, coming under the word Soros. And it's saying, the wicked live, become old, yea, wax mighty in power. Their seed is established with them in their sight, and their offspring before their, and I really can't tell what the rest of that is saying. It doesn't come up in the matrix, but I can pull it up in the Blue Letter Bible and read it from there. Okay, right here it's saying, wherefore do the wicked live, become old, yea, are mighty in power. Their seed is established in the sight with them, and their offspring before their eyes. Their houses are safe from fear, neither is the rod of God upon them. Their bull gendereth and faileth not, their cow calveth and casteth not her calf. So I'm not sure what all of that means, but that's what's coming up under his name. And I just wanted to go back to the previous table, because I noticed right in his name it's saying the son of Amiel, and I'll show you that in a minute, but just now, just a second, I just noticed right here, right going through the S, it's saying Islam. Just notice that just a second right there going through the S. But then over here going through the O, it says the son of Amiel. It also says it up here as well, son of Amiel. So I just looked up what Amiel means, and it says my kinsman is God. Of course, the word for God is El, which is this word right here. God, godlike, mighty one. So this can be talking about the true God or a false God. The word El, it's not necessarily the true God. And it's saying my kinsman is God, and then it says this spy from the tribe of Dan who perished in the plague for his evil report. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next one. Then I tried putting in, after right hand, I tried putting in forehead, bio, DNA, and those came up. They came up in Job 20. So that's the same matrix as before. This was verse 25 through 5, and this one is verse 24 through 21:5. And so you see right hand, forehead, bio, DNA, mark, beast, all of those come up with the word Soros. In here you see bio in the green, you see DNA in the burgundy, you see hand in the blue. You also see the word hand coming up right here in the text. It's created by an abacus effect, and it's right next to the word right. And then in the yellow here you have the word head. So head is sharing with hand. And then 4 is coming up here in the green. Okay, then I tried putting in buy and sell, and that came up. You can see that's coming up in a different matrix. It's coming up in Job 42 here, but you have the word mark going straight up and down in the pink. You have Soros over here in the light red. You have beast going right through Soros. You have sell going right through beast. You have hand right here in the blue going through sell. You have 4 here in the green. You have head in the yellow going at an angle right through the word hand. And then you have buy over here in the dark green in ELS form. And you have sell right here in the burgundy. Right here in the text going through the name Soros, you have this phrase, the evil that Jehovah had brought upon him, every man. And right here you see the word gold. It's talking about gold and money right here in the text. And I just want this to be a quick video, so I'm not going to read the matrix, but I'll just scroll through it quickly in case anyone wants to try to read that. The next thing I put in was icon, which is another word for image, and bow down, and that came up. This is coming up in Job 20 again. And this is a matrix. It's the one that was talking about a wicked man. And you see bow over here in the yellow, and I had noticed the word brass right here. So the next thing I tried to put in was iron legs, and I'll show you that in a minute. But you also see the word down coming up here in the green. So you have bow down, and then icon was coming up right here in the green. The letters I, C, O, N, and then mark and beast is coming right through that. Okay, and here's where I put iron legs. Okay, I should have had to add in legs, but it's right here. It all came up, iron legs, and 10 toes came up. You see iron is over here in the green. You see the word 10. Well, 10's over here in the dark green, and then toes is in the burgundy. And you see the word legs coming up here in the yellow. And you can see in this one how right goes right through the word Soros. You see Soros here in the light red, right's in the bluish purple, and then beast goes right through the S in Soros, and then Mark is over here in the pink. And I just want to read at least the first part of this matrix. It's saying, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of brass shall strike him through. He draweth it forth, and it cometh out of his body. Yea, the glittering point cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. All darkness is laid up for his treasures. A fire not blown by man shall devour him. It shall consume that which is left in his tent. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and all earth shall rise up against him. And I'm not going to read the rest, but you can read the rest if you want to. And it's my belief that the mark of the beast is the abomination of desolation. So in this one, I added the word abomination, and the word mark didn't come up. So I put in the word etch, which I believe is a more accurate word for mark. And then I put in beast, hand, forehead, and all those came up in Ezekiel 33. And you can see the word etch right here in the lavender. You see four here in the green. You see head in the yellow. You see hand in the blue. You see abomination here in the pink. You see beast over here. You see Soros coming up right here in the light red. The word desolation is going right through it. So you have abomination, desolation here. You have the waste place, which is what abomination means, right here. And then you have desolate again, going right here next to the S in Soros. You have abomination again right here, or abominations. And I'm just going to go ahead and quickly read this matrix because I think this one's interesting. It says, Son of man, they that inhabit those waste places in the land of Israel speak, saying, Abraham was one, and he inherited the land, but we are many. The land is given us for inheritance. Wherefore say unto them, Thus saith the Lord Jehovah, Ye eat with the blood, and lift up your eyes unto your idols, and shed blood, and shall ye possess the land? Ye stand upon your sword, ye work abomination, and ye defile every one his neighbor's wife, and shall ye possess the land? Thus shalt thou say unto them, Thus saith the Lord Jehovah, As I live, surely they that are in the waste places shall fall by the sword, and him that is in the open field will I give to the beasts to be devoured, and they that are in the strongholds and in the caves shall die of the pestilence. And I will make the land a desolation and an astonishment, and the pride of her power shall cease, and the mountains of Israel shall be desolate, so that no one shall pass through. Okay, and this next one I tried putting in Soros, Obama, and Satan. And you see Soros coming up here in the light red. You see Satan up here at the top in the lavender, and Obama over here in the pink, going at an angle. This is coming up in Ezekiel 1, and this is where it's talking about the living creatures and the cherubim. And of course there's always a true and a false. There's God's angels and there's the fallen angels, so I'm not sure which this is talking about. This could be the other side of it, the false. And so in this one I added the word angel. So I put in Obama, Satan, and angel. And this came up in the last book of the book of Revelation. And you see the word Obama up here at the top. You see angel in the middle. You see Soros right here in the light red. And Satan in the lavender. And right here where it says Obama, it says, He that is unrighteous, let him do unrighteously still, and he that is filthy, let him be filthy still, and he that is righteous, let him do righteousness still, and he that is holy, let him be holy still. And I'll just let you read the rest on your own because I'm running out of time. And so I just wanted to go ahead and share what I found on the word Soros, and I'll be back with more tables in the next video. Thank you.